Hey, Amir, it's Josh from Charleston. I know you and Dabo Sweeney have actually texted a lot over the last few years. How did that relationship start, and how much has he been motivating? How much has he motivated you?
Honestly speaking, it kind of started back on my visit, just talking to him. Similar like I tweeted about President Clemens, since I stepped foot on campus, Dabo's been in my corner and just, wanted to see me succeed and take our program to the next level. And he's done nothing but support me. And even if we lose, he's kind of one of the first people to text me and kind of, jump on me and kind of give me pointers and just keep talking to me through my ear and, how to lead a team and stuff like that. So our relationship has definitely been mutual, and just seeing the success he has had has definitely been an inspiration to me and motivation for to get our program to the next level, similar to what he did.
Did he text you after the ACC tournament?
Um, if I'm correct, I think he did. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Any well wishes for the NCAA tournament from him?
Oh, of course. He wants nothing but to see us succeed and take our program to the next level. So he definitely reached out and said so.
Amir, Joe Gorcho from WIS-TV in Columbia. No matter what happens the rest of the way here, what do you hope your legacy and impact on Clemson will be once your time is done?
Honestly speaking, I just hope that any kid in my position, coming into college or with my same, nervous kind of take on college would just see that, it definitely can hit you fast and you learn a lot and it definitely comes at you with some speed and it's all about the people you have around you. And I was fortunate enough to have Dante and Eli and Sheldon and them guys kind of teach me the ropes of the ACC. And just from a leadership perspective, I just hope that people see, what I did in my time here and what I wanted to accomplish and what I did accomplish and what I want, this program to be, in the future, in the near future at that. So I just hope that, I left a really good impression and, people just saw someone that, gave it their all every time they were on the court. And most importantly, just taught you to have fun while playing.
Amir,
Hey, Amir,
kind
this
of
is Will
along those same
Vanderbilt with
lines.
Clemson. Sorry, go ahead,
Will.
guys.
No, you're good, Will. Go ahead.
All right, Amir, this is Will with the Clemson Insider. Just wanted to ask you what was the last 28 hours like for you guys as players, stuck up in your room? And, Coach said it was a little bit different than what you've had to do at Clemson. So what was it like for you guys?
It was more of a mental thing, just being in your room. Even if you're back home with being by yourself, you at least, go out a little bit, maybe go on a walk or something. But, when we first got here, we had to completely stay in our rooms. Besides going to grab our food or having our food delivered to us, we were strictly in our rooms, and you just had to find time or find ways to excite yourself and have fun. And, you couldn't really see your teammates or anyone else. You just had to find ways to kind of, get the time to pass quickly. And it wasn't too bad. I talked about being a homebody myself. So, me being confined to the walls of a hotel room wasn't too bad. So it was pretty fun for me, but it was just kind of just finding ways to pass time for the next 28 hours until you were able to, test negative twice and be able to mingle with your teammates and coaching staff.
Amir, what's it mean for you personally just to get to end your career with the NCAA tournament and having this year that you've had and just looking back into your career? So I'm starting with the NCAA tournament berth and now ending it here with one.
Oh, it's definitely huge. Me and Clyde were on that team, and out of everyone on this team now, you were the only two with postseason experience of this nature and this magnitude. So it's definitely important for us, and it's huge. It's something that we won't forget, being able to go 2 out of 3 years, excluding last year's postseason that didn't happen. So it's definitely huge, and I hope that the younger guys on this team will be able to enjoy this experience the same way me and him did. So going into next season, however far this postseason goes for us, they'll know what the feeling is like getting to this tournament, the excitement around it, and knowing the magnitude of what you're playing in. So it's definitely huge, and we just hope that the younger guys take this experience in and, pass that to when they're getting older and they're the seniors on the team.
Hey, Amir, it's
Had
Trevor
some
Gross from
success the last time.
What kind of a player is Miles Johnson, and is there a player you've gone up against in the ACC that you can compare him to?
Miles is really, really lengthy, physical, good hands, can block shots, and just a pretty good all-around player. I'm not really sure that I can compare him to anyone in the ACC. Speaking on his physicality and his skill set, probably the big from Florida State, the footer that they have. If I had to compare anyone just similarly wise in like height and length, and just hands and being able to protect the rim, but he's pretty physical from watching film. And you know, he has a pretty good skill set and touch around the rim.
Beer, you guys had some success the last time you were in the tournament, winning a couple games and making the Sweet 16. Just what is the key to having success in the NCAA tournament, playing well from your perspective, and what will you share with some of the younger guys?
The key, first off, is, you know, just having fun and not letting the moment kind of get ahead of you and letting it defeat you, kind of just getting too excited that you can't play your own game. But to follow that, just playing your game, you know, no matter who you're playing, you know, you're going to make adjustments because that's what basketball is. It's about making adjustments and going on runs. But the simple things is just having fun and playing your game and, you know, not letting the hype get you too much to the point that you can't focus and you can't perform at your best.
Knowing that you were going to be confined to your room pretty much all week, what did you pack special to occupy yourself or keep yourself busy?
Honestly, besides just my clothes and stuff, I had to bring my little goodie bag. I'm a snacker, I gotta admit. But I also brought my Apple TV that I use. So, you know, kind of gives me the access to all different types of apps that I have. So I could kind of have what I would have at home, you know, kind of make it feel a little bit more like a home environment for me, kind of having my own freedom with that and not just having hotel provided channels because I don't play games. So just having my Apple TV is really the only thing I brought outside of just necessary clothing.
Hey, Amir, Preston with CBS 19 in Charlottesville. Just wanted to ask two questions. First of all, do you have any family or friends coming out there to watch it? And the other one is, I don't know if you've noticed or talked to these guys, but you got a couple Blue Ridge guys in this tournament with Sadar and Darius and also Sasha over at App State. I don't know if you talked to those guys, but what's that like? Just kind of the status of the program.
First off, my mom and dad is coming, and then my high school coaches will definitely be in attendance. Coach Cade and Coach Conway and a couple others are definitely showing up. And yes, I have spoken to Darius and Sadar. We're actually in the group message just talking about our experience. I haven't spoken to Sasha. I don't really know him too particularly well, but I would definitely be reaching out to him, you know, just checking in, you know, just keeping that Blue Ridge connection strong. And we're definitely representing well here with our respective teams. So we've definitely been in contact, and we've just been talking about the experience, and it's been pretty exciting for all of us.
What's that like, just kind of showing, they won another state championship this year. I'm sure you know that, but what's it like just kind of saying, the status that that program's risen to?
Honestly, proud. I'm proud to be a Baron. Proud to represent Blue Ridge in this tournament, and I'm pretty sure Darius and Sasha and Dar will all agree with that. But seeing them guys get another championship, I think this is the 5th out of 7 years, so it's definitely good to see them guys continue the tradition of winning that. That started with my first year as a sophomore with Mamadi and Malik and them. So it's definitely exciting to see that tradition continue.
Rick Henry, WISTV in Columbia. How anxious are you going to be to get on the court Friday, especially with that late game and having to wait an entire week just to see some action?
Definitely excited. It's going to be nerve-wracking for sure. It's my second time being in the tournament, and I kind of got a feel for it, so I'll have a little edge and over everyone else, me and Clyde. But we've been fortunate enough, to actually play at that late of a game. We played 9 o'clock, I think, against Louisville one time. So we kind of know what the feeling is like, having to wait all day to kind of sit around, be ready to play. And it's definitely tough to keep your energy at the same peak that it will be, but you just got to find ways. And, as long as you're excited to play, that's just going to take care of it itself. And being in the big dance, that's just going to be enough right there just to be out there excited and jumping around, ready to play that late of a game.
Hey, Amir, this is Will.
How are you going to make sure that the young guys on the team who haven't been through this before, that they can keep their emotions in check, especially in the early minutes of that game?
I think Coach spoke on it earlier, if I'm correct, that just being in the game itself is going to have everyone pumped up, ready to play. And like you said, some people are definitely going to be exhausted, probably myself included, just being excited to get out there and play and knowing the magnitude of the situation that we're in. But it's just important to keep those guys at bay. After a couple minutes, it's going to settle down, just nature of the game. Those first 2 minutes go by, you're going to be huffing and puffing. But once you get to that timeout, you'll catch your second win. You'll be able to, relax and kind of get your feet wet and get involved into the game efficiently.
Hey, Bear, kind of playing off the energy thing there. I know you mentioned the other day you thought you guys might be the underdogs. And, of course, just come out, guys like Seth Greenberg and a couple other guys have been saying you guys that Rutgers is going to go to the Sweet 16 and all that stuff. How does that motivate you guys, and does that help give you a little extra energy?
Oh, 100%. Sometimes being an underdog is good because the pressure is not really on you. The pressure is on the team that's you know, the overdog, as some would say. So we're definitely excited. You know, it's nothing to us. We don't take it personally that, you know, people are saying that, because that's just something people have always said. So it's another day just in being a Clemson Tiger, honestly speaking. And we're perfectly fine with that. You know, count us out if you want. You know, we're just going to play our game. And, you know, to each his own. Everyone can say what they want. But, you know what we represent, and we know what we can bring to the table. And that's all we're focusing on.
Amir, it's Trevor again. Rutgers forces 13 turnovers a game. Y'all had 15 against Miami last week. Has that been a real point of emphasis this week for you, taking care of the ball?
100%. You know, when you turn the ball over, that's less possession that you have compared to other teams. So, you know, if you have 50-some possessions in the game, you turn over 10, you know, that's not good. You know, that's 10 other shots that the other team is getting. That's not what we want. You know, we're a little careless with the ball against Miami, and we definitely want to improve on that going into this game against Rutgers, and just being strong with the ball. You know, they like the pressure and get up in you. And, you know, hopefully we can do our job and take care of the ball and value possession a little bit more than we did against Miami.
Amir, having studied a lot more of Rutgers in the last few days, what impresses you the most about them?
They're very similar to us, you know, in a lot of areas. They're very quick. We like to use the term of superpower, and we feel as though theirs is their length and their size. And they definitely got some good guys, you know, especially their guard players really exceptionally well. You know, they got some size in the post as well. And I just think that their team is pretty fast. You know, they can rebound, they can push it in transition. They're pretty good in the mid-range and kind of getting other shots. And that's just something we've been trying to emphasize and focus on a little bit.